SASSA November 2025 payments are delayed for thousands, and many people still don't know why. If your grant hasn't arrived yet, stop scrolling. This video explains exactly what's going on, the official payment schedule, and the simple fix to claim what's yours. Stick with us, because by the end of this video, you will know exactly what your next move should be. Welcome to SASSA. In this essential update, we are tackling the single most important issue for millions right now, SASSA November 2025 payment dates and Unpaid grant solutions. We've structured this video to give you all the information you need, without any confusion. First, we will quickly confirm the official SASSA payment dates for November 2025, for the old age, disability, and children's grants, so you know for sure if you should have been paid. If you depend on your SASSA grant, click subscribe right now, because every month, we share verified payment dates and updates to make sure you never miss the next payment update or important fix. Then, we are going to dive deep into the major reason why so many grants have not been paid this month, a new system that SASSA has rolled out. And most importantly, we will give you a clear, actionable, step-by-step guide on exactly what to do if your SASSA grant payment is not paid. This is crucial information, so let's not waste another second. Alright, let's start with the basics. Knowing the official payment schedule is the first step to knowing if there's a problem. For the month of November 2025, the South African Social Security Agency, SASSA, has scheduled payments for the primary grants on the following dates. Old age pensions will be paid on Tuesday, the 4th of. Following that, disability grants are scheduled for payment on Wednesday, the 5th of November 2025. And finally, all children's grants and the child support grant will be paid on Thursday, the 6th of. Now, make a mental note. If your designated date has come and gone, and the money is not in your account, that is your first red flag. But I want to be very clear, a delay of a day, especially if your payment date falls on a weekend, can sometimes happen due to banking processes. However, if it's been several days past the 4th, 5th, or 6th of November, and you are part of the group that still hasn't been paid, then you are likely affected by a major new change SASSA has implemented. And that is what we need to address right now. So, what is really going on? Why, in November 2025, are we seeing such a widespread issue with unpaid SASSA grants? The answer lies in a new security measure that SASSA introduced earlier this year. It's called the Identity Verification Process. Think of it as a nationwide audit to ensure the integrity of the social grant system. SASSA's official statement says this process is to, and I quote, ensure only eligible people living in the country benefit from social grants. It's a noble goal, right? To stop fraud and make sure every rand goes to a person who truly qualifies and deserves it. But this very necessary exercise has had a significant side effect. It has led to the suspension of grant payments to a large number of beneficiaries who have been flagged by the system. Now, who exactly is being targeted? Who is getting flagged? This is critical information. According to SASSA, the identity verification process is focusing on several key groups. Number 1, beneficiaries, whose ID numbers don't appear on the SASSA system. This could be due to a data entry error years ago, a problem with home affairs data, or it could be a red flag for a fraudulent application. Number 2, beneficiaries who have multiple bank accounts linked to their grant payments. The system is looking for inconsistencies and potential misuse where one grant is being paid into several different accounts. And number 3, individuals who were flagged during what's called a bulk means test. This is a huge one. A means test determines your financial need. If SASSA's data, which they might cross-reference with other government databases, suggests that your financial situation has changed, you will be flagged. This could be because you started a new job, inherited assets, or your marital status has changed, meaning you may no longer meet the strict financial criteria for the grant. If you fall into any of these categories, the system has likely placed a hold on your payment. And this is not a simple glitch that will fix itself. This is a deliberate halt. Affected beneficiaries will not receive social grant payments until they take a very specific action. This is the core of the problem for thousands, if not millions, this November. But it is not a dead end. There is a way out. There is a solution. Okay, this is the most important part of the entire video. If your SASSA grant for November 2025 has not been paid, here is your action plan. Follow these steps precisely. Step 1. Do not panic and do not ignore IT. This is not a drill. This is not a problem that will just go away if you wait. SASSA has been very clear: beneficiaries who do not take action risk having their grants lapse permanently. Ignoring this is the absolute worst thing you can do. Your first job is to accept that you need to be proactive. Step 2. Gather your documents. Before you even think about going to an office, you need to get your paperwork in order. Do not show up empty-handed. You will need your official, green barcoded South African ID book, smart ID card, or a valid temporary identity certificate. This is non-negotiable. This is the entire point of the identity verification process, to prove you are who you say you are. If you have any other supporting documents, like proof of address or bank statements, it's a good idea to take them along too, but your ID is the key. Step 3. Visit your nearest SASSA office in person. Listen to this carefully. You cannot fix this over the phone. You cannot fix this via email. The only way to resolve this, according to SASSA's own directive, is to visit your nearest SASSA office to verify your identity. This is a physical, in-person process. Now, I know what you're thinking. The queues. The waiting. The inconvenience. But see it as an essential investment to secure your income for the months and years to come. Plan for it. Go early. Be prepared to wait. But you must go. Step 4. Undergo the verification and review process. Once you are at the SASSA office, you will present your ID. A SASSA official will then conduct a review. What does this mean? They will be verifying that your 13-digit ID number is correctly captured in their system. They will be checking to see why you were flagged. Was it a bank account issue? A data mismatch? The outcome of this review will determine the next steps. If it was a simple error, they will correct it. If it's a more complex issue, like a failed means test, they will explain the situation to you. But by being there, you have started the official process. You have shown that you are engaging with the system. Step 5. Get confirmation and understand the outcome. Do not leave the SASSA office without some form of confirmation. Ask the official for a reference number, a case number, or a stamped document that proves you were there, and that you have initiated the verification process. This is your proof that you took action on a specific date. This protects you if there are further delays or administrative errors. Once your identity is successfully verified and any issues are resolved, SASSA has stated that your grant payments will be reinstated. There may be a backlog, so it might not happen instantly, but you will be back in the system. Now, let me be perfectly blunt about the consequences of inaction, because SASSA has not minced their words. This is the part you cannot afford to skip. SASSA has issued a stark warning. Let me read it to you directly from their statement. Beneficiaries who fail to come forward during this process may have their social grants suspended, and if they continue not to respond, more drastic actions, such as the lapsing of their grant, will be applied. Let's break down what that means. First, suspension. This is the temporary hold you're likely experiencing right now. But if you do nothing, the next stage is lapsing. This is not temporary. A lapsed grant is a cancelled grant. It means you are officially removed from the system. Getting it reinstated after it has lapsed will be 1,000 times more difficult than verifying your identity now. It could be like applying all over again, facing the same strict eligibility criteria. You could lose your grant permanently. This identity verification process is a line in the sand. You need to be on the right side of it. Alright, let's bring it all together. We've covered a lot of ground, so here's your quick recap. First, the SASSA November 2025 payment dates were the 4th for old age, 5th for disability and 6th for children's grants. Second, if you weren't paid, the most likely cause is the new identity verification process targeting people with missing ID data, multiple bank accounts, or changed financial circumstances. Third, the solution is straightforward but mandatory. Take your ID and visit your nearest SASSA office in person to verify your details. And fourth, the consequence of ignoring this is the potential permanent lapsing of your grant. This process, while frustrating, is part of SASSA's duty to protect public funds and ensure the system is fair for everyone. It's about cleaning up the database and fighting fraud. You now have the information and the power to solve this problem. Don't let confusion or frustration paralyze you. Your financial well-being is too important. So, your action item for today is this: if your grant is unpaid, gather your ID document, find the address of your nearest SASSA office, and make a plan to go there as soon as humanly possible. If this video helped you, if it clarified the confusion and gave you a clear path forward, share this video with anyone you know who might be struggling with their SASSA grant this November. You could be the one to give them the answer they desperately need. Till next time, bye.